Yes, the in-person things are back. And whatever city you're in, whether we have listings there or not, my first suggestion for a first step is to kind of assess with your family what your interests are. Because it's nice that my daughter's volunteering on her own, but we always love the things we can do together too. So decide where that intersection is. Do you want to work on hunger? Do you want to work on homelessness? Do you really care about the environment and healing the earth? Whatever your issue or passion is, look for that organization in your city, in your region. Somebody is bound to be working on that issue, and make that connection, because I can tell you, adopt the food pantry. Make that your mission. Once a month, put a box in your kitchen, fill it up, a couple things in there every time you go to the grocery store. Keep a coin jar out and collect loose change. And once a month, take your loose change and your extra food to the food pantry and help that way. And that's fantastic. But before you do that, give them a call. What do they need? You'd be surprised. A lot of times the food pantries will tell you really specific things. Like one May, I called just to see what their needs were. And it was, about to be summer. They said they had gotten a ton of hot dogs and buns as donations, which was great, but they had no ketchup or mustard. So they said, if you could get your friends and neighbors to donate ketchup and mustard, our folks would be a lot happier. So that's what we did. And it was a fun little, mini donation drive for the food pantry. But those getting to the needs really helps, because kids can smell busy work, and they know when you're doing something just to make them feel good. They want to feel meaningful. So starting with the need and starting with the local organization near you and asking, what can we do, will get you on the path to really purposeful work.
All right. So my heart is like super all into this. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And now I'm going to ask my selfish question about what if you I've been in a situation where it's been hard to volunteer with little kids, and you've gotten out of the habit, and now you're all in the rhythm of your life. And that rhythm of your life is not including going and doing a lot of volunteering necessarily. And there happen to be maybe 11 and 14. What would you suggest? Because I would really the Maggie doing the bird app, I think, is wonderful and great, but I know that in person makes a big difference, and I would love to be doing something with the whole family. So where would you suggest to start? Obviously you said look at an issue. But honestly, that feels a little overwhelming for me in some ways. I kind of care about a lot of things, and I don't know.
That's true. It does feel like there's a lot of places to put your effort. So picking one and getting started. The thing I often tell parents is give yourself grace on all of this, because it will feel very overwhelming if you suddenly feel like you need to be the world changer. The beautiful part about the work we've done with Doing Good Together is that we know there are families all over the country. And in fact, recently we've been working with a group called Global Peace Women. So we now know families all over the world that are doing this work in their communities. So you don't have to cover all the issues. We're all in it together, and we are all collectively working as part of a big community of change makers. So I like that to dial down the stress of it.
Thank you.
Just to know that whatever you do once doesn't have to be the only way you serve. But I also have an almost 11, 14 and 16-year-old. So I, as the parent of kids that are a little bit older and less prone to making crafty cards for grandma all the time, service has to be really intentional, and you have to get everybody on board. So having family meetings is one thing that I really recommend people make time for. It sounds like it's off topic from family volunteering, but we actually use our family meeting time as part of a kind of compassion building plan. Doing Good Together has a template on its website for family meetings that includes things like, okay, my 3 kids and my husband and I, what chores are going to get done and by who? This is a group effort. We're a team here. And then what way are we going to help out, or who do we know that needs some cheer this week? Or is there a local service opportunity that we want to tackle? So those are opportunities for our kids to bring up things like the compassion drive at school and how we can make a bigger impact on that. Or if there's something that they're their extracurricular group might want to do. Like, does the soccer team want to go and help rake lawns in the fall? Or those conversations tend to happen organically when the kids feel like they're involved and can help suggest things. They have lots of ideas, and kids love to be treated as the experts on how we should make a difference, because they do have lots of opinions about what needs to be better.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Iyanla Vanzant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.